When it comes to natural disasters, tsunamis are among the most devastating forces on Earth. These massive waves, triggered by undersea earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or landslides, can travel at speeds comparable to a jet plane and strike with almost unimaginable power. Entire towns can be wiped off the map in minutes, and the aftermath often leaves survivors struggling with destruction, displacement, and loss. What makes tsunamis especially terrifying is their unpredictability. Communities often have mere moments to act. Understanding the science behind tsunamis, their historical impacts, and how to prepare is critical for everyone, especially those living near coastlines. In this guide, we'll explore the true scale of tsunamis and how you can safeguard yourself and your family. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-saving survival tips and strategies. What is a tsunami? A tsunami is not a single wave, but a series of waves, or a wave train, caused by the sudden displacement of water due to geological events. Unlike ordinary waves, which are driven by wind, tsunamis involve the movement of vast volumes of water, making them far more powerful. In the deep ocean, tsunamis travel at speeds of 500 to 600 miles per hour, fast enough to cross an entire ocean basin in a matter of hours. At this stage, the waves are usually only a few feet high and barely noticeable. However, as they approach shallower coastal waters, they slow down and grow dramatically in height, sometimes towering over 100 feet. The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami remains one of the deadliest in recorded history. Triggered by a magnitude 9.1 earthquake off the coast of Sumatra, it generated waves as high as 100 feet and impacted 14 countries. Over 230,000 lives were lost, and the energy released was equivalent to 23,000 Hiroshima atomic bombs. This event underscores the sheer scale of destruction that tsunamis can unleash, making understanding their formation and behavior vital for preparedness. The true scale of destruction, tsunamis are among nature's most destructive phenomena, capable of annihilating entire towns within minutes. Their force doesn't come from the height of the waves alone, but also from their velocity and the debris they carry. Water traveling at high speeds can turn cars, trees, and building fragments into deadly projectiles, compounding the devastation. The 2011 Tohoku tsunami in Japan is a stark reminder of this destruction. Triggered by a magnitude 9.1 earthquake, it generated waves up to 133 feet high, traveling as far as 6 miles inland. Over 18,000 people lost their lives, and entire towns were wiped off the map. The disaster also led to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear meltdown, adding a long-term environmental and health crisis to the tragedy. Historical events like the 1883 Krakatoa eruption also illustrate the scale of devastation. The eruption caused a tsunami with waves as high as 1 to 20 feet, killing over 36,000 people and forever altering the surrounding landscape. These events demonstrate that tsunamis are not just waves but catastrophic forces capable of reshaping geography and altering lives forever. Warning signs and early detection. The key to surviving a tsunami often lies in recognizing the warning signs and acting quickly. A strong or prolonged earthquake near the coast is often the first indicator. If you experience one, move to higher ground immediately. Tsunamis can follow within minutes. Another warning sign is the sudden retreat of the ocean, exposing the seafloor in a phenomenon called drawback. While this might seem fascinating, it's a dire signal that a tsunami is imminent. Additionally, an unusual roaring sound coming from the ocean can indicate an approaching wave. Modern technology has significantly improved early detection. Systems like DART, Deep Ocean Assessment and Reporting of Tsunamis, use buoys and seabed sensors to detect changes in water pressure and provide real-time data to tsunami warning centers. Organizations like the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, PTWC, monitor seismic activity and ocean conditions to issue timely alerts. Despite these advancements, response times can still be limited. In some cases, you may have only minutes to act. This makes understanding natural warning signs and having a clear evacuation plan critical for survival. Preparing for a tsunami preparation is the best defense against tsunamis. If you live in a coastal area, start by identifying safe zones such as elevated land or specially designated tsunami evacuation towers. Ensure every family member knows the quickest route to these locations. Regular community drills can also help reinforce these plans. Assembling an emergency kit is essential. Include water, non-perishable food, first aid supplies, flashlights, batteries, and critical documents. A NOAA weather radio or a smartphone app can provide real-time alerts in tsunami-prone regions. Infrastructure can also play a role. Countries like Japan have invested in seawalls and tsunami-resistant buildings. However, personal and community preparedness often prove more effective. After the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, many affected nations introduced public education campaigns and evacuation drills, which have since saved lives. Preparedness is not just about surviving the initial impact, but also navigating the challenges that follow, such as displacement, lack of resources, and health risks. The role of geography in tsunami impact. Geography plays a critical role in determining the impact of a tsunami. Coastal areas with steep cliffs and elevated terrain are often less vulnerable than low-lying regions, where water can travel farther inland. For instance, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami caused significant destruction in countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and Sri Lanka, where coastal areas are predominantly flat and densely populated. Meanwhile, areas with natural barriers, such as coral reefs and mangrove forests, often experience reduced impacts as these ecosystems absorb some of the wave's energy. Urban planning can also exacerbate or mitigate tsunami effects. Cities with poorly planned infrastructure, narrow evacuation routes, and densely populated coastlines are at greater risk. Conversely, regions like Japan have invested heavily in tsunami-resistant architecture, elevated roadways, and seawalls to minimize damage. The aftermath of the 2018 Sulawesi tsunami in Indonesia highlighted the vulnerabilities of certain geographical features. Palu Bay's funnel-like shape amplified the wave's power, resulting in catastrophic destruction and over 4,000 deaths. Understanding the unique risks posed by geography can guide better planning and preparedness efforts, saving lives and reducing economic losses. Tsunamis and economic devastation. The economic toll of tsunamis can be staggering, often crippling local economies for years or even decades. In addition to the immediate destruction of homes, businesses, and infrastructure, these events disrupt essential industries such as fishing, tourism, and agriculture. After the 2011 Tohoku tsunami in Japan, the estimated cost of damage exceeded $235 billion, making it the most expensive natural disaster in history. Tourism-dependent regions often suffer the most. For example, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami devastated popular tourist destinations like Phuket, Thailand, and the Maldives, leading to massive economic losses and unemployment. Agricultural areas also face long-term damage due to saltwater intrusion, which renders farmland infertile for years. Recovery efforts require significant financial resources, often provided by international aid and government relief funds. However, rebuilding is a slow process, and affected communities frequently struggle with long-term displacement and poverty. Investing in tsunami-resistant infrastructure and robust emergency response systems can reduce these economic impacts and speed up recovery. Lessons from historical tsunamis. History has provided sobering lessons about the devastating power of tsunamis and the importance of preparedness. One of the earliest recorded tsunamis occurred in 365 CE, when an earthquake off the coast of Crete generated waves that destroyed cities in Greece, Egypt, and Libya. This event, known as the 365 Crete earthquake and tsunami, reshaped Mediterranean coastal landscapes and left thousands dead. In 1883, the eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia caused one of the most infamous tsunamis in history. Waves as high as 120 feet swept across the Sunda Strait, killing over 36,000 people and obliterating nearby settlements. This event highlighted the need for global awareness and early warning systems, even in an era with limited technology. These historical tsunamis, along with more recent ones like the 2004 Indian Ocean and 2011 Tohoku disasters, serve as grim reminders of the potential for destruction. However, they have also driven advancements in science, technology, and preparedness strategies, offering hope that future events can be mitigated. Tsunamis are among the most terrifying natural disasters, but knowledge and preparation are our greatest defenses. By studying their causes, impacts, and history, we can better protect ourselves and our communities. Whether you live near the coast or not, staying informed about these powerful events is critical. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more essential survival tips and strategies. Together, we can be prepared for whatever comes our way. The environmental impact of tsunamis. Beyond human losses, tsunamis wreak havoc on the environment. They destroy coral reefs, mangroves, and wetlands, critical ecosystems that often take decades to recover. Saltwater intrusion can render farmland unusable, as seen after the 2004 tsunami, where vast agricultural areas became barren. Tsunamis also carry debris, including plastics and chemicals, inland while washing pollutants from the land back into the sea. These dual effects can harm marine life and disrupt ecosystems. Recovery efforts must prioritize both human and environmental restoration to ensure long-term resilience. Global tsunami preparedness efforts. The world has learned hard lessons from past tsunamis, leading to improved global preparedness. The Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning System, established after 2004, uses seismic sensors and ocean buoys to provide early alerts. Programs like the UN's Tsunami Ready initiative train communities in evacuation procedures and disaster management. Japan remains a global leader in tsunami readiness, with advanced warning systems, evacuation towers, and public awareness campaigns. Collaborative efforts like those of the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center help protect vulnerable countries by sharing real-time data. While no system can completely eliminate the threat, international cooperation and education significantly reduce the risk of loss of life. Tsunamis are rare but immensely powerful. By understanding their nature, recognizing the warning signs, and preparing effectively, we can minimize their devastating impact. Knowledge and preparation are our best tools. Stay informed, stay ready, and subscribe for more life-saving survival tips. Together, we can face nature's challenges with resilience and courage.